Coming to you from Annapolis, Maryland, home of the U.S. Naval Academy, the sailing capital of the world, home of the world's largest crab feast, and 4 signers of the Declaration of Independence. This is the On Annapolis Daily News Brief, a daily roundup of local news that you can use, including local sports, local events, local opinion, and local weather from DMV Weather. Now here's your host, publisher of On Annapolis, John Frenaye.
Hello, this is John Frenaye. It is Wednesday, October 4th. Recovery from the shootings in Las Vegas continue after the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history. Local officials say they are still looking for a motive from the shooter, while lawmakers in Washington are continuing to debate whether stricter gun laws should be passed. President Donald Trump will arrive in Las Vegas today, where he plans to meet with victims of Sunday's mass shooting, as well as the first responders, as well as doctors. Tina Frost, who is a local Arundel High School graduate, was injured in the attack, and she has lost an eye and remains in a coma. Last night, she was honored on the field when Arundel Soccer took to the field and offered a moment of silence, and teachers and past coaches paid their respects and encouraged everybody to keep the family in their thoughts and prayers. In the most recent update on Facebook, Tina's father has said, quote, "Tina had a good night with her mother and I by her side. Vitals and responses are good, no fever, and she is fighting hard. When they have to move her, she sits up on her own, rolls herself, and pushes the nurses away. She calms down when we say, 'Easy, Tina.' Her eye is swollen shut, and she is on the ventilator and still in her coma, but it is encouraging. Keep the prayers coming. We have faith that good things will come." There are 2 vigils for the victims of the Las Vegas shootings planned for our local area. The first will take place at 7 p.m. this evening at Lawyers Mall in front of the State House, and the second will be at 6 p.m. on Saturday, also at Lawyers Mall. A new poll suggests that Governor Larry Hogan currently has less than 50% support in the upcoming gubernatorial election. The poll found that voters are largely split among the large Democratic primary field, but Hogan, sitting below the 50% threshold, shows that he might be vulnerable once that field is narrowed down. However, that same poll did find that he still holds a strong approval rating of 61%. Do you remember that Yahoo security breach a couple years ago? Yahoo clearly couldn't stand being one-upped by Equifax. Its parent, Verizon, revealed that the 2013 data breach affected 3 billion accounts, 3 times more than previously disclosed. In September of 2016, Yahoo announced that a 2014 hack on its systems had compromised 500 million accounts. In December 2016, the company revealed an earlier hack from 2013 where hackers made off with passwords, usernames, phone numbers, and even dates of births associated with 1 billion more accounts. Now it turns out the hackers were batting 1,000, comprising every single Yahoo account, bringing the total to 3 billion. Going forward, Oath, which is Yahoo's new media home under Verizon, will email the owners of the 2 billion accounts that somehow got lost in the shuffle. Good news for Baltimore-Washington International Airport. The records keep flying. The state said on Tuesday that 2.5 million passengers flew through the Linthicum Airport in July, an all-time monthly record. And actually that number was 2,533,582 passengers. It was the first time that more than 2.5 million passengers passed through BWI in a single month. The record is the latest at BWI, the busiest airport in the Baltimore-Washington region. It set an all-time annual high in 2016 with more than 25.1 million passengers for the year. And in some really great news, Start the Adventure in Reading, otherwise known as STARE, and Seeds for Success have agreed to become core partners in the promotion of school success for low-income children in the Annapolis area. STARE and Seeds for Success share a common mission to provide children from low-income communities with the skills to succeed in both school and life. The purpose of the partnership is to create a seamless service array without any duplication of services and with shared resources. The organization will remain 2 separate entities, but they will share resources when possible to achieve their missions. Both of these are great nonprofits doing great work with the youth of our community right here in Annapolis. You should learn a little bit more about them. For STARE, you can go to stareannapolis.org, and that's STAIR. And for Seeds for Success, it is S4Sannapolis.org. And that 4 is the number. So it's S4Sannapolis.org. Check them out. You won't be sorry.
This is Maryland. The weather can be nearly unpredictable. We've got George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis to sort it all out.
Hey everyone, this is George from DMV Weather. Here's today's Annapolis forecast. More sun and light winds today, temps 75 to 80 across Annapolis and Anne Arundel County on the whole. For today specifically, we posted a target high temp on our website of 76 degrees for Annapolis and 77 for BWI Airport. Let's see how that plays out at the end of the day. Lows tonight will be in the 50s to low 60s. Then looking ahead, we should expect conditions to remain the same through Saturday. Then we can begin to look for rain chances to return Sunday and into early next week for the first time in 3+ weeks as a cold front approaches from the west. Okay, that's it for us today. Be sure to download our free app by searching for DCMDVA Weather in your app store, and also be sure to follow us 24/7, 365 on our website at dmvweather.com or on social media via Twitter or Facebook. This is George Young of DMV Weather with your Annapolis forecast. Whatever the weather out there, have fun and be safe.
The Eye on Annapolis Daily is possible in part because of the support of Ram's Head On Stage. Ram's Head, where every seat is less than 48 feet from the stage, brings more than 400 concerts a year to the area. To wet your whistle, check out some of these upcoming shows. Coming up this weekend, Crack the Sky on Friday and Saturday. The Laughs and Drafts comedy series continues with Quinn Dow on Sunday the 8th. Get your laugh on before a new week, always recommended. Ricky Lee Jones, yes, Chucky's in Love on the 18th. 10,000 Maniacs on the 22nd, and just announced over at Maryland Hall on November 30th, Melissa Etheridge will bring her Merry Christmas Baby holiday show. Tickets are still available for all of these shows, and you can get yours at ramsheadonstage.com, or if you want to go old school, head to their box office. Ram's Head is located in the heart of beautiful downtown Annapolis at 33 West Street. For a guaranteed great night out on the town, ramsheadonstage.com.
If you're looking for local sports, it's right here, right now on the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief.
Hey guys, Kevin Chaney here again with your Eye on Sports. Jumping right into high school varsity field hockey. Glen Burnie was at Annapolis. Annapolis won 16-0. Broadneck at North County. Broadneck won 10-0. Severna Park at South River. Severna Park won 2-0. Meade at Northeast. Northeast won 5-1. Varsity boys soccer, Glen Burnie was at Severna Park, where Severna Park won 8-0. Arundel at Old Mill, Arundel won 3-2. North County at Broadneck, North County won 2-0. Annapolis at South River won 2-1. Northeast at Meade, Meade won 2-1. Southern at Chesapeake, Chesapeake won 1-0 in overtime. Over to varsity girls soccer, Glen Burnie was at Severna Park won 10-0. Southern was at Chesapeake, Chesapeake won 2-0. North County at Broadneck, Broadneck won 10-0. Arundel at Old Mill Senior. Old Mill won 2-1. Northeast at Meade. It was a tie, 1-1. Annapolis at South River won 6-0. Over to varsity girls volleyball. South River was at Annapolis. South River won 3-0. Chesapeake at Southern 3-0. Meade at Northeast. Meade won 3-0. Broadneck at North County. Broadneck won 3-0. And if you could guess it, Old Mill was at Arundel, and Arundel won 3-0. In baseball news, the New York Yankees defeated the Minnesota Twins 8-4 in the first leg of wild card games. Yankees will now look to face off against the Cleveland Indians. Make sure you check out National League wild card action tonight at 8 o'clock when the Colorado Rockies will be visiting the Arizona Diamondbacks. That's all for your Eye on Sports. I'm Kevin Chaney.
Wow. Now, doesn't that music sound fancy and important? Well, it is. Hey, it's John. As you know, Eye on Annapolis and the Maryland Crabs are co-sponsoring a mayoral debate on October 15th at Ram's Head On Stage. Unfortunately, it's sold out, but we will be live streaming it. However, we do need your help. We are soliciting questions for the candidates from our listeners. I am sure you have one or two, so just jot them down in an email and send them to info@themarylandcrabs.com or info@eyeonannapolis.net, and we will sift through them and ask the candidates directly on your behalf. Please make sure they're specific to the candidate and include your first name and your ward or neighborhood, just so we sort of know where the questions are coming from. Thank you very much, and we will see you on the 15th, whether it be in person or on live streaming. And hey, the general election for the city of Annapolis is on November 7th. And if you need to register to vote, or you need to change your registration, meaning your party affiliation, your address, your name, etc., you have until Monday, October 9th to do it. So put that on your calendar, and we will see you at the polls.
Thanks for listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. If you like what you heard, make sure to tell your friends and colleagues about it. And also tell them about our website, onannapolis.net, where you can find much more. Be sure to check out our other weekly podcast, The Maryland Crabs. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at noon. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.